Hi, welcome to the channel. Today's video we're going to be showing you how I made this standing desk out of a few offcuts of oak and some acrylic that we found lying around. If you stick with us in this video, we'll show you how you can make one yourself. Right, so here we are, we're down in the workshop and we're going to be showing you how to make a standing desk. Very simple, this one. We're making this out of these bits of old offcuts of, I think this might be oak, it's some kind of hardwood, we found it lying around. Real simple thing for us to do. You could buy one, but you know, we've got this lying around, so we're going to use it. We've also found a few pieces of offcuts of coloured acrylic that we're going to be using for the shelves, as you've seen. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these to our desired width and height. Now it's up to you, you can go wider, you can go taller, you can go longer, but as it suits is what we've got. When we've figured out that the height's about right, we've got an angle sorted out for the base, which is 12.5 degrees, which we've cut that out. We're going to put, I think, 4 or 5 shelves in here. Again, you can do as many as you like, and we've decided to make a narrower shelf. We thought at first having a wider one to accommodate a laptop, but as this is going to be used by Mike, who's behind the camera there now, and he'll be using his Mac, and much smaller, so, but I think it'll be perfect for him. So yeah, let's get on. We're going to cut these to size. We've already ripped down here, so this is nice and straight, and I've squared off these edges on the chop saw. So now we've just got to get this mark parallel over here, 240 mil, that's what we're doing it. And we're lucky enough, you could use a hand saw if you wanted, but we're lucky enough to have this saw and rail system, so we're going to use this. So I'm just going to get on and do that for you. Can you see the bits? You see the mess? Whee! This is what we're sanding off. The burn marks and the pits. We're going to cut the base. This is the face and the base. That's what we've got. This is the face piece, and we're going to cut the base to the same width. I'm just going to mark that with a pencil, and then we'll run down. Ooh. Now, what I'm just checking for here, I want to get that the same distance as that, but it's difficult to measure over the top of this to make sure it's still at 240 mil. But what I like to use is this edge of the rail, which I'm measuring to 140 mil, because I know that from this edge to there is 100 mil. So I like to use that, and that's what I'm making sure, so I get nice and parallel. 140 mil there, 140 there. Let's plunge on. Yeah, we're happy with that. Now we just need to cut it to length. Now we've already cut our face piece at our desired angle, and now we're just going to mark off. What we're going to do is make a small rebate in here. We're going to do that on the chop saw, and we're going to take some length off the back, and this piece slide it inside there, and then we're going to drill and screw it from the bottom, and that'll hold it nice and tight. So when we put our shelves on, what we don't want is this falling forwards or backwards. So yeah, let's get on and mark that up. Let's crack on. So we're marking this back at 150 mil, and then we're going to cut that off, and we need to go back in along there, the length of this angled cut, not just the thickness of the material. So I'm just going to measure that now. Another little tip that we always end up doing, as you can see my tape, it's had some use and all these little millimeters are smashed up, so I like to go to a measurement I can find instead of getting a new tape, and then I can count the millimeters on there. So 10, 25. Do the same again, go back 25 mil from there. And now what we're going to do is take this to the chop saw. I'm going to set the chop saw to cut at the same angle as this, and also put a depth stop on it so that'll fit inside there in a little channel, and then we'll screw it, well, glue it and screw it. Also going to cut this to length while we're there. I think 500. Let's go. So this is the angle of that we set the saw at. So we're going to set the drill just to follow that. Oh, I'll just drill into this table. It'll be all right. So we're just going to set that. I think we'll put 3 screws in. Right, now we've glued and screwed that, put a bit of filler on there. That's going to get sanded back in a little while, and we've just mocked up how our shelves are going to sit. I have 1 here, and I think 3 or whatever up there. And so what we're going to do is we've got some acrylic that we've found lying around, and we're going to cut these out, different colours, and they're going to slide in there, and we want them to sit parallel to the ground, nice and flat and level in front of you. So the thickness of the material here and the size of this gap and the thickness of this gap have to correlate so that it sits nice and flat. I think that's right. Now, we were just lucky and it just so happened this works. So if you check down below in our descriptions, you'll see all of the plans of how to make this and the sizes that we've used, so that'll work for you. Hope that makes sense. Now what we've done is we've got an offcut of this MDF, and we've just made our shelf template, and we're just going to need 1 template to make all our acrylic shelves. Pretty straightforward. All we did is we cut this down, got a nice straight edge, 2 parallel lines, and just measured our dimensions on there. And how we'll be using this is we'll get this and we'll clamp it to our acrylic. As you see, if you get the thickness wrong, the angle's wrong. But we'll get the acrylic and we'll put it on there, and then we'll use one of these. Have a look at this. Oh, it's exciting. This goes in this router. There's one there already, and this has got a bearing on the end. And what this bearing will do, we'll run around the edge of our template, and then the blades will cut through. This is a flush cutting router bit, and that'll cut the acrylic exactly the same size as this. So if you just watch how we'll do it, you'll see it. It's a great way of making multiple whatevers by using a template with these guiding bits. So we'll just do one for you now. Crack on. So we're going to put that on there, clamp it down, we'll turn it upside down and run the router around it. There you go. Let's router, yeah. And with the router, with this way we're going to be working anti-clockwise. There you go, and using the router, it leaves a really nice edge, and that's going to look great. Whoop. When we put it inside, oh yeah, our computer shelf. So we're going to get on, make a few more of those, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I can count. Make a few more of those, and then we're going to cut these grooves out. So yeah, see you back in a bit. Right, we're just about to stick our two sides of the shelf together. It's really dusty in here, but we're just going to go for it anyway. We've got some of these big rolls of double-sided tape. But you could just use small pieces of double-sided tape, a bit of glue, but we're using this because we didn't want to see any silicone marks or glue through it. I don't think we'd see it anyway, but yeah, we're going to use this. Now what I'm thinking is, what you could do is stick these together and round them out at the same time. That would be so much easier. And you can have a red one, or a yellow one. So now we're at a point, we've got our shelves, we've got our base and our face piece cut. And we've just been deciding where we'd like to put our shelves. And we've decided we're going to put them 100mm from the top, 200, 300, 400 and 500mm from the top. This is our template that we keep using, keep wafting this around, just to make sure that everything's going to sit nice. So we'll be using that, we'll be doing the same thing again with the router, drilling through and copying it on there 5 times, so we don't mess up. Oh, what I've got there, look, that little centre mark there lines up with that one. Whoa, da, da, da. So they're just approximate, just so I know. I'm going to drill some holes through and maybe even cut them out with a jigsaw, we'll see. But of course we're going to have to clamp this underneath and then route from the other side, so we need to know where to start. So we're going to drill some holes in these corners. So I'm I'm going to show you what we've done. We've done one. We didn't film it because it might have gone wrong, but luckily it went right and we made sure it worked. So what we've done is, if you're going to be using a router again, so we've just put a little straight edge underneath the edge of these holes we've drilled, and we can line it up by looking out through there. We can see the edge of the straight edge. We're going to remove most of the material inside these lines using the jigsaw, just nice and slowly down there, and then we're going to use the bearing router, and we're going to go this way on this side and that way on the top. Going to go with the rotation of the blade. Anyway, let's just do this. Right, so I'll tell you where we're up to now. We've got all our slots cut out of here, all centralised, nice and neat and level. And around the back, we have just done that, just now routed out a little section there, put a bit of filler in just to help us when I sand it, get it nice and smooth. And we're going to route a little chamfer around the edge there as well. We're going to use our router again. We'll be swapping routers with a bearing bit and a little chamfer, and we'll just run that round them. We'll do that now, this filler's gone off enough. And that'll just give it a nice little feature. Okie dokie. So where we've stuck these together and routed them out, they've left small marks. If you come in and have a look, you'll see there's tiny little marks just on there. They look quite dull, and what we want is clean that up and get it shiny. I've started doing this edge, and all I'm using, be careful, I've got a dullish blade, and I'm just sliding back across here like this. You could use a steel rule, a piece of steel, anything like that. And this is going to just keep going until it takes out those grooves. And then for a final finish, we'll use a bit of 1000 grit, or work our way up to the grits. Start like a 400 grit, 500, up to 1000 till you get a nice polished finish. Oh, it's all right. Right, well there we are. Well, we've got it all stained up. A few coats of the stain on there. Just thought we'd add a few feet just to take out any unevenness on the surface you put it on. Make it look cool. We got them from our local hardware shop. Really simple to do. There we go. Well, thanks for watching this video. We've really enjoyed making our standing desk, and we hope you have a go at making one yourself. And if you do, let us know. Tag us in your posts. Of course, you can nip out and buy one, but when you've got a few bits of scrap lying around and a day spare, why not do it yourself? Thanks for watching. If you've liked it, please share this video with other people, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.